schedule. From aircraft landed 9 o'clock, next flight is 11. So we have 2 hours based on case 1. But in real life, to fixing the problem, we spend 1 hour. What does it mean? Again, from fixed case, our transition is to OA. We put here again case 1 for this from this state. This transition is OA. In case 2, so again, we have aircraft is scheduled for the next flight in 45 minutes. Mechanics spend 1 hour. Case 2, we have what? Mission interruption. It can be delay or even cancellation. And move again to the operational availability, but it was a little bit late. Okay. From 2.1, we can move. Okay, transition in 2.13 out of service. I'm gonna explain here. Let me put first attributes. Let's say out of service, no parts available, no maintenance available, no ground support equipment, GSE available, no tools available, etc., etc., etc. A lot of attributes for out of service. Okay. Let's say we are in transition airport. We landed in transition airport, and in this case, in most cases, I can tell you right now, we don't have too much time. Let's say let's take case 1. Aircraft is scheduled to fly back in 45 minutes. Okay. Now there was a PIREP, and TRU3 is not working, and mechanic did the test, and he says, yes, TRU number 3 is not working, but problem is here that we are in transition airport, and then chances very high that they don't have this TRU number 3. So what this mechanic is doing, actually, he's calling back to the base station, and base station says, okay, we're gonna send you now. So they're gonna send back this TRU with the next flight, right? And then mechanic replaces this TRU, and then guess what we have? It takes a little bit longer than 45 minutes, and we are moving slowly to the state mission interruptions. Result can be delay or cancellations. Same thing here we can say about mechanics. So at transition airport, mechanics are not certified to sign to fix the failure. So you need a certain level certification, right? In most cases, they are certified only to sign release to service, only transit check. They did the transit check. So what happens? Again, we have to send mechanic. Maybe if also parts not available, we have to send this mechanic with parts, certified mechanic. He fixes problem, and still, if aircraft was scheduled in 45 minutes, definitely we have delay or maybe even cancellation. Okay? Excuse me. Let's move to the right part. Oh, excuse me. MEL. Okay. MEL is, you know what? It's actually a philosophical question, very philosophical question with very practical stuff. Let me put this this way. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts later, okay? I'm going to explain when I said what philosophical means for me, for this MEL. By the way, MEL stands for Minimum Equipment List. Now, let's say we have 3 TRUs on this aircraft. 3 TRUs, number 1, number 2, number 3. And manufacturer says, by the way, do you know what we did? Manufacturer, designer, system developer, they are saying that we did reliability, safety analysis, And you know what? If you have three TRUs and one failed, number 3, for example, right? For certain limited time, you can fly with 2. For certain limited time period. It can be calendar time or flight, doesn't matter. Or cycles. So the question is here, from reliability, from design side, okay, they did assessment, everything is within acceptable level / limit. But what about from operational side? If TRU number 3 failed, operational safety is downgraded. Government comes and says, okay, do you know what? Let's go through each case step by step on detail level and then learn the outcomes, etc. What they are doing, based on this exercise, they are creating special list of the items. And they call it MEL, Master Minimum Equipment List. How it looks like? It says, total number of TRU installed is 1, 2, 3, is 3. Required, let's say 2, and limited time period, you can fly, it says 5, 10 days. It means that if you have 3 TRUs, then 1 failed, right? Actually, you can fly with 2 TRUs, 2 operative TRUs, 2 working TRUs. I don't know, let's say they give 10 days or found 5 days. So you can change this number 3 within 5 or 10 days. What does it mean from maintenance side and operational side, right? Here. Let's say, do you remember we said we landed transit airport and we didn't have part? Now, mechanic, pilot, they open MEL, this minimum equipment list, which is, by the way, approved government. The government approves this list, right? And then a approval, three place, right? And they open this MEL, minimum equipment list, and TRU number 3 is there. Now, from MDT TBS state, we can move, let me put it this way, we can ignore this out of service state and then go to the right way in operational availability. Operational availability state, okay? So what we did actually, we checked the MEL. MEL says, yes, you can fly next 5, 10 days without TRU number 3. So we put this in logbook, and then when we are back our base station, the mechanic, the local mechanic, airline mechanic, he takes TRU and replaces, and the aircraft is available again, and we have fixed aircraft. So it saves a lot of time. Now, I said I have some philosophical question here, right? And then let me give you my personal thoughts. When I was a young engineer, I said, yes, I agree. I said, you know what, this is true. All assessment says that this is within acceptable level, safety is within acceptable level, and then I was defending this opinion. But then one day I heard the news when it said that we had, not we, but the industry happened a catastrophic event and then took, I don't know, 40 or 50 lives. And I said, okay, let me check what happened. And the investigators from government, they put one of these contributors, major contributors in this event, MEL. And I said, oh. Now, as far as I understood, right, this is my personal interpretation. They MEL'd the 3 or 4 items. These items, this is number 1, right? These items were connected on level 5 or 6 between each other, plus something happened during the flight, so problem was reported, plus there was a bad weather condition, not good weather. Plus, there was some not healthy, friendly relationship in this company. So we call it chain of events brought this type of result. Okay? There was a chain of events that took these lives and this aircraft. And of course, I then changed my mind. I said, you know what? No. It's very specific question. We can't say straight if it is good or bad, or have to review it from case by case. Here's the result of my thoughts, right? If you're a pilot, and then now this presentation is for beginners, right? Or you want to become pilot, right? Especially a big commercial airline. You have to turn on, if you wish, so-called, I would call it, I don't know, internal psychological clock. And if you think, based on your experience, based on your knowledge, that these three or four MEL items or whatever, it can be even not MEL items, that something is strange here. So your internal psychological clock says, oh, doubt, attention, something will wrong. And you have to analyze it. If you, let me clarify here, if you still have, after this analysis, some doubts, then you have to go back to mechanic and then tell him, do you know what? I'm not going to fly this aircraft. The aircraft is not airworthy. I understand. And I was in this situation a lot of time when they start, not mechanics, but, okay, when the company, let me put this way, when the company says, hey, you know what, no, everything is okay. But at the end of the day, you're putting your name and in your professionalism, saying yes or no. You have to keep also this in your head. Or scenario number two, if you still have, but you said, no, we have to do, it's really important flight for us, then give clear directions to your co-pilot. It should be very, 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 very clear. Where it gives, first of all, clear directions. Everybody knows what to do in the cockpit. If 25 things happen at the same time, so they are working like clocks, right? So they are knowing what to do. Keep stress level in the cockpit on appropriate level. Okay? First of all, tell us about your professionalism. No, first of all, let me put it this way, right? You save your life. Second, you save your passenger's life. Second, you save this aircraft. Fourth, you save your airline face. And then fifth, maybe, it tells that you are a really good professional. And those, it is my personal philosophical thoughts about this MEL. Again, I'm not saying that MEL is not good. No. I'm saying that when you're using this one based on what I heard, right? When I opened this investigation and I said, when I read it, I said, oh my God, should happen. If this 50 life, probably it was not only MEL, but the MEL was, as I said, one of the contributors. Okay, you know what? Let's move to the right part. Now this is different discussion here. Let's go to our subject. So, on the right part is ground of our factorial model is ground schedule maintenance. We have transition number 3. We can have states, which is line maintenance. We call it maintenance, but from this maintenance, we can have line maintenance or hangar maintenance. Now there, if you open book